Hi.
Hey y'all, I'm Elias Gwinn with Benchmark ADC16. So here we have all of our equipment that we are showing here at NAMM. We have our famous two-channel D-to-A converters called the DAC1. We have the whole series here with the DAC1, the DAC1 USB, DAC1 Pre and HDR we have over here, set up as our headphone station. And then we have our the two-channel ADC1 USB. And these converters here represent one of the most popular mastering channels in the upper echelons of the mastering community. Abbey Road has 13 of these all throughout the master studio. Very well known, well respected. Then we have our 2-channel mic pre and our 4-channel mic pre. These are all analog. But the new ones, the newest, the ADC16, which was actually the last one, last NAMM. So it's not absolutely new, but it's still very cool. 16 channels of the exact same converter that's in the ADC1 USB. So you have 16 channels of top level mastering quality conversions in one box here. This is $39.95. And it also features an optional interface card, Firewire, and we will introduce new protocols as new standards are developed and as customer demand requires new standards. An interesting thing about the ADC16, an interesting feature, is that for the digital outputs, as you can see with the AES and the SPDIF and the optical, I can source these from the A to D, which is normal and typical, or I can source it from the DAW, which means that I can create submixes in the DAW and send those out of the digital outputs of this device, which will allow me to create submixes, master mixes, reverb mixes, monitor mixes, whatever I want, and send it out digitally out the back of this. So the digital outputs are not only just the A to D converters, but they can be anything that I want to pull out from the DAW. So in that way it acts as a sort of digital output device from the DAW. And the DAC16 is the absolute newest. This isn't even shipping yet. This was shipping in March of 2012. And this is our 16-channel D-to-A converter. It has a brand new D-to-A conversion system that's slightly better than our DAC1 conversion system. It has 3 modes. It has your typical 16 in, 16 out. It has a super 2-channel mode, which says that if you want to use this as a 2-channel converter just to listen to your stereo bus, you can combine all the powers of the 16 converters and create a super 2-channel bus that has 8 dB noise performance over the channels in the individual channels. So at that point it just becomes the ultimate D-to-A converter, stereo D-to-A converter. The third mode is super exciting. There's an analog summing bus built into the DAC16, and that's a 16 to 2 mode. So what you do is you create 16 channels that you want to bring out from the DAW. They get converted to analog, and then they get summed together as a stereo in the analog domain using Benchmark's famous high headroom analog circuitry. Also, the DAC16 can act as a digital interface similar to the ADC16 in that I can bring digital signals into the DAW through the DAC16. So the digital inputs can either feed the DAC or they can go straight to the DAW. So it can act in a bi-directional manner in that way. And this is also $39.95, and it also features the optional interface card. And that's what we have here at Benchmark at NAMM. Thanks for coming out.
There you go.